Hello friends, subscribers and new viewers of this channel. In this tutorial I will explain how to download and install and use ComfyUI. ComfyUI is the user interface that will let you design and execute advanced stable diffusion pipelines using graph, nodes, and graphical programming. That is, you don't need to know Python or some other programming language to actually generate images from text. Also, for those of you who are not familiar with Stable Diffusion is very powerful software for generating images from text prompts. For example, over here I wrote a text. Ancient Greek warrior is standing with a shield and a sword. Next to him there is a beautiful white horse, and here is a generated image. Of course, there are some issues with this image since I didn't optimize this model, and I'm just using a basic model over here for illustration purposes. To illustrate how the whole thing works, over here we will load a specific model. For example, we can change different models, and of course I'll teach you how to download different models. So for example, we will use this one. Then let's over here, let me just zoom out and show you, change the text. Let's, for example, say here that we want ancient Roman warrior. Okay, then over here we just need to click on this button and the process will start and we will get an image. Of course, these images are not perfect, and in the next video tutorial I will explain how to use a more advanced text-to-image model. However, this tutorial is very important since it will teach you how to use this software without knowing how to code, and this is truly amazing. Okay, let's start with the installation of ComfyUI. First of all, open Google or your favorite search engine and search for ComfyUI. The page at the top should be the GitHub page of ComfyUI, so open it. Or you can directly go to this link, and I will provide all links in the description below this video. Now, scroll all the way down, and over here at certain point you should see this installing. Right. Now, click over here, do the right click and open it in a new tab. Over here you can see the file that you need to download. So click on this file and the download process will start, as you can see over here. Now, here you need to wait since the file is 1.5 gigabyte, so be patient. In order to open this file, you will need another software, or maybe you already have it on your computer. To open this file, you will need 7-zip. So click over here and this link will lead you to the 7-zip download page, or you can simply just enter this address in your tab. Good. Now let's click on download and let's also download that file. After the download process is completed, you should see these two files. First of all, we need to install 7-zip. So do the right click and run as administrator to install 7-zip. Click on install, and that should be it. Simply click on close. Now we will be able to open this file. So click on the file that we just downloaded, that is on the big ComfyUI file. Do the right click and you will have this option 7-zip extract files. So simply click here and you will see the name of the folder. Don't change this and click on OK. That's it. And now here you have to be patient. Here I observed one thing. If you have, for example, an antivirus software, the extraction process might be slow. Consequently, while you're extracting these files, you might consider to extract or better to say, to disable your antivirus software. In my case, I'm just using Windows Defender, so I'm not having these issues. However, on my other computer, I had Avast software, that is Avast antivirus, and it was creating issues and the extraction was slow. So I simply disabled it and the extraction process was very quick. And here is the folder that contains ComfyUI. Good. Now, let's copy this folder somewhere else. So what I will do, I will simply press Ctrl X, then I will go on my C, I will go on my codes over here, and I will simply paste the complete software over here, and this also might take some time since it's huge. Okay, not too bad. Good. Let's continue. Next, let's learn how to run ComfyUI. First of all, go to the folder where you copied ComfyUI, then do the double click once more, and you will come to this main folder. Over here, we have two options for running ComfyUI. This first file will run ComfyUI only on a CPU, and the second file will run ComfyUI on your GPU. If you have a computer with GPU, as I have, then you should run the second file. On the other hand, if you only have a CPU-based computer, then you should run the first file. So let's run this file and let's see what will happen. Now, immediately this command prompt will open, and you can see, let me just go back for a second, that my total VRAM is detected, my GPU is detected, which is very important, and GUI is run on this address. So what automatically happens is that the web browser opens, your default web browser, and this address is actually the address at which we are running ComfyUI. Good. Then you will see this graphics user interface. The most important part of this graphics user interface for the time being is this part over here. Let me just move a little bit, where you need to specify a text. That is, you specify a text that you want your picture to reproduce. Good. Now let me zoom out a little bit to show you. Then, over here, the image will be generated. Good. So how to generate the image? Let's say that we want to keep this default text, beautiful scenery, nature, glass, bottle, landscape, etc. To generate the text, you simply need to click here. So let's see what happens. Error. Prompt outputs failed validation. Checkpoint loader simple. Value not in list. Okay, if you get this error, this means that you didn't copy your model. That is, over here, we need to specify the model. To specify the model, we actually need to download the model. That is, the model doesn't come with ComfyUI installation. So let's do that. In the sequel, I will teach you how to install and how to run two models, or better to say, two checkpoints. First of all, let's go to the Hugging Face website. So simply search Hugging Face website, and over here, click to go to the Hugging Face website. Click over here and search for Stable Diffusion. And over here, click on this model. Stable Diffusion version 1.5 by Runway ML. This might not be the most up-to-date model. That is, this model might be a little bit old since it's 2 years old. However, the principle for installing and running any other model will be the same. Okay, so what you need to do here, you need to click on Files, and over here you need to find the proper file. That is the proper checkpoint file. Here, I'm going to download this v15 prun safe tensor. So to download this file, simply click here, and the download process will start. Now this will also take some time since, as you can see here, the model file is 7.7 gigabyte. So be patient over here. In my case, after approximately 5 minutes, the model is downloaded, and here it is. Good. The next step is to copy this model file or this checkpoint file to the appropriate folder such that ComfyUI can see it. So simply copy this file. Then let's go back to the base folder of ComfyUI. Here we are. Then click on ComfyUI. Then find Models folder, find Checkpoints folder, and simply paste the file over here. Good. Now, let's go back to the base folder. And now if you go to ComfyUI, ComfyUI cannot immediately see this file. You need to restart ComfyUI. So close this terminal. However, to actually close ComfyUI, you need to click over here in the original terminal that's used to start ComfyUI, and you need to close this. If you just now try to open again ComfyUI without closing this original terminal, you will have an error. So let's again run ComfyUI by running this file, and again we should be patient. And here it is. Now let's locate the model. If you click here, you will be able to see version 1 pruned safe tensors. This is very important. So you will be able to see your model. And then let's keep this text as it is. Now move here and simply click here on Q prompt, and let's see what will happen. The model will run. You will see how fast it runs. And here it is. Beautiful. This is our first image. Okay, so let's change this text prompt and let's enter something else. So let me just zoom in such that you can see. I will enter something like this. Ancient Greek warrior is standing with a shield and a sword. Good. Next to him, there is a beautiful white horse. Even if I create some spelling errors, it doesn't matter. This software is pretty much robust compared to any spelling errors that you will have over here. So click on Q prompt and let's see what will happen. Bang, here it is. Okay, I must admit this is not the best quality since I'm running a stable diffusion model that's 2 years old. However, it still works. And over here you can, for example, increase the number of steps. For example, let's do 50 steps and let's see what will happen if you now do Q prompt. And if you run, you might get a little bit weirder photo. However, you can improve that. This is just the proof of principle, since the model I'm running is actually a relatively old model. However, let's try some other model and let's see if we can get better images. As you might expect, there is a whole marketplace for different models. Now, if you go to this website, civitai.com, and under models, you will find thousands of different models. In this video tutorial, I will download this model that is from this address. Okay, if you now even scroll down, you will see some other models over here, and I will provide this link in the description below. To download this model, just click over here and the download process will start. And this model is around 2 GB, and that's around 3-4 times less than the previous stable diffusion model. So let's be patient over here. Now let's go to the download folder that is here, and let's find the downloaded model. Here it is. Copy it, and let's copy it to another folder. That is to the Comfy folder. Again, go to the Comfy base folder, click here on Comfy, then find the models and click here on checkpoints and simply paste the file. Here it is. Good. Now again, we need to close the original GUI, close this window that runs ComfyUI, and let's run it again by going back to the base folder, go here, run again this thing, and let's test it. Okay, so let's see over here, can we change the model? Now if you go here and if you click, you will find another one. So here is our Dream Shaper. So let's use the Dream Shaper and let's see what the Dream Shaper is giving us. Again, click here and let's see what happens. And here it is. Looks much better, right? It's actually looks good. Okay, and then let's change here a few things before I show you how to download this file. So for example, let's use 150 steps and let's see what will happen. And click here. Now this will take more time. I'm using NVIDIA 3090 GPU with 24 VRAM, and let's see what will happen at the end. And here it is. Now, to be honest, this doesn't look so good since there are some hallucinations over here. So I will keep the number of steps, for example, 25, and let's see what will happen. And then just run it again. And here it is. Doesn't look bad, right? Although there are some artifacts, again, this is not the best model. There are more advanced models such as Flux models that I will explain how to use in the next tutorial. Okay, let's now learn how to download this file. Better to say how to save this file. The best or the easiest way is do the right click here and you can simply find an option to save the image. If you click here, you can save the image and then the image will be saved in your download folder and you can open it with your PNG thing and you will see it over here. Perfect. Okay, that's all for today and thanks for watching.